Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Helene, and today, obviously by the title of this video, we are going to be talking about acne. Acne is a pretty touchy subject for a lot of people, men and women. And I know a lot of my friends, and myself included, have had a struggle with acne, whether that was in high school, middle school, college, or even adult life, which a lot of adults still struggle with acne. So I wanted to just kind of tell you guys the history of my acne story and kind of what worked for me and how I cleared not only my acne, but my acne scars as well. And also I'm going to give you guys a few of the products that have helped me and still help me that I still use daily. So definitely stay tuned to the end of this video to see those. So disclaimer, first of all, I wanted to tell you guys that on my face right now, I'm just wearing mascara. I'm wearing a little bit of lip gloss, and I penciled in my eyebrows just a little bit. And other than that, I don't have on any face makeup. And I never thought I'd be making this video, especially this video this soon. But I just wanted to give you guys a close-up of my face. It's not perfect, but it's not as bad as it was. And right here, I will link a picture of how bad it was. So as you can see, it's definitely helped and changed a lot. So a brief history of my acne story. I first started puberty when I was 13. So as a woman, you know that when you start puberty, you begin getting acne around that same time. So for me, my acne was more so hormonal. So I would get like a pimple here and there during my period, maybe if I ate too much sugar, but for me, sugar wasn't really an issue when I was around 13 because I didn't have that much of a sweet tooth, as crazy as that is. So I was more so of like, I ate a lot of, healthier meals. I was really good with dieting. I would definitely eat processed food, but when you were that young, typically that kind of food doesn't really catch up to you until you're probably, in your late teens, early 20s. So fast forward tons of years, I went to college. My acne was still kind of like not existent. My skin was pretty clear. I never had acne on my cheeks. I would get some on my chin and then some on my forehead. Other than that, I didn't have a lot. When I was 18, that's when I started to dive into, drinking on the weekends and drinking at parties. And as you know, alcohol is really bad for your gut. And eventually it takes away all of the good acid in your stomach as well the more you drink, and it's harder to digest and process the good nutrients in your food. So knowing all of that, I was 18, skin was still clear. So when I was graduating college, I did the Disney college program, and this is where I saw my skin take a turn for the worse. And this was because my diet. It's completely diet related for me. I went to Disney, worked there for 7 months, I want to say. And in those 7 months, of course, I'm in a new environment. I have a lot of stress that I wasn't dealing with because I was in this middle ground of trying to figure out where my life was. And I was also surrounded by people who were eating a lot of sugar. And I loved everyone I was around, but when everyone is eating a certain thing and including it in their diet, and you're living with these people and going to work with these people and spending time around people who eat way more sugar or just way more different processed foods than you're used to, you tend to kind of, bounce off of that. So eventually I found myself eating, just a few candies every night when I was watching a movie, or waking up and eating candy, or just going in the parks. And like on my break at work, for instance, I worked at a water park. I worked at Typhoon Lagoon. So it was scorching hot every day, and I was losing so much nutrients just from sweating, and I was dehydrated constantly. And as soon as I took my lunch break, I would go grab a Mickey bar because they were easily accessible and my body was like craving something cold. And so I would get that like every other day. And I never really had a problem with sugar, so I didn't know how my body would react. Well, long story short, after about 2 months of being there, I noticed my skin flaring up. I've never got acne on my cheeks, so I get a pimple here and there. Like when I tell you my skin was flaring up, like all right here, it was bumpy when I would touch. It hurt. It was like constantly red. I remember going to work with a full face of makeup on. I worked at a water park, and I remember looking in the mirror and seeing how like the texture of my skin wasn't smooth anymore. And I remember there was a point where I looked at myself and I was like, what is going on? And I know that there are so many people who blog about acne and write about it or make videos about it or post about the cures. But I will tell you, if you're watching this right now and you are struggling with acne, look at your diet. Every single person that I talk to that says that they struggle with acne on these like acne support groups on Facebook and on Instagram and Reddit and all of that, every single person says that they struggle with acne. When I ask them what their diet is like, they start like getting very defensive and justifying what they're eating. And to me, everything starts within. And I've found that everything that I've had problems with in the past starts from within my body. Acne is no different. Acne is caused from the Epstein-Barr virus, which is in pretty much every single person. And it starts within your gut as well. So if you're eating any sort of processed food or any food with a high amount of sugar or any food derived from an animal, such as eggs or meat or dairy especially is really bad for your skin. But if you are eating any of those things in excess especially, you're probably gonna cause yourself acne or psoriasis or any other skin condition. So I know it's hard to self-reflect and really sit there and accept sometimes what we are eating is not the best for us. And sometimes it's hard to look at someone else who's eating like 10 pieces of chocolate every day and they have perfect skin. Just remember that it's not you, that you can heal your body. You can control the things that you put in it and you can heal it. It's going to take an amount of time. It's not going to happen overnight, but just know that it's not you and you're not the problem. That if you're getting acne and your best friend isn't from eating the same diet, that just means that you need to care more about your gut and you need to give your gut some TLC. And that doesn't mean that your friend is perfect. Your friend may have some other health conditions that you may not even know about and she may not even know about. So definitely take that into consideration. So first, I'm just going to give you guys a few of the things that have helped me completely clear my acne. I definitely still get pimples here and there. I'm not perfect, still break out on my period sometimes. I still break out if I eat an extra piece of candy or something. Tip number 1, celery juice on an empty stomach every morning. If you guys haven't heard of celery juice, I definitely recommend to go look up the medical medium on Facebook or YouTube or read blog posts or articles on his website. Anthony William is adamant about drinking a cup of celery juice on an empty stomach every morning. If you don't have a juicer, I will see if I can link the juicer that I have to the bottom of this video. It's not an expensive one and it does the job really well. Basically, celery juice helps eliminate the strep bacteria and the Epstein-Barr virus from your gut. So acne is derived from the gut, from the Epstein-Barr virus, which resides in the gut. Drinking celery juice detoxes this virus out of your system. So definitely look more into it. I'm not going to get into it in this video, but if you go look it up and you'll learn a lot of information about it, and try it for like a week. And you will notice a difference in the way you feel, in the way your skin looks, and I promise you, you won't be bloating, you won't be having this like energy crash in the middle of the day. It has done wonders for me. I drink it every single morning and it has completely cleared my acne. Second tip is hydrate. I know everyone tells you this, but drinking way more water definitely helps me. I try to drink about a gallon of water a day, sometimes a little bit under that, but just know that when you feel thirsty, that means you're extremely dehydrated. You should not be waiting until you feel thirsty to drink water. Always, always drink water. The next tip, super important as well, is diet. The easiest thing to do and the first step is to include more fruits and vegetables into your diet if you don't already. And as you include those, take out any processed foods and sugars out of your diet. A huge culprit for acne and any skin problems is dairy. So if you're drinking milk or using butter or eating cheese on a daily basis, try at least cutting that down to half the time, and you will see a huge difference in your skin. I'm telling you, I cut out dairy less than a year ago and my skin cleared up in maybe a month tops. Okay, so definitely take out that dairy if you can. There are substitutes in every grocery store for any type of dairy product that you're using, and I promise you, after a little bit of time using them, you're gonna find that you actually like them better. And the last and final tip, although I have so many, these are just the tips that have helped me the most. The last tip is emotional health. If you're undergoing a lot of stress or anxiety in your life, really sit with those feelings and find a way to relieve them. So if it's your work, is there anything in your job that can be less stressful? Can you change jobs? Can you find a way to make that part of your job not as taxing on you? Can you find a way to make that part of your job more enjoyable so that you don't feel stressed? And that's the same thing that goes for relationships or friendships or just anything else that you're having trouble with in your life. I fully believe that we should be sitting with our emotions and being fully present with our emotions in order for us to move forward. So if you feel like you are suppressing that anxiety or depression, talk to someone. You can talk to me if you need. Definitely message me or leave a comment or go message me on Instagram if you want, because I am always here for you. And I know that sometimes people feel really alone, but the more you talk to someone, the more you realize that you're not actually ever alone. There is always someone that somewhat can relate to what you're going through. So those are the tips for me, and I'm gonna get some of these products for y'all. Okay, I'm just gonna go through these really quick because I want this video to not be 30 minutes long. So The Ordinary is a brand that you can find online. Very inexpensive. Everything's under $10, and it's all very pure forms of everything that they hold. So I cannot recommend this brand enough. I'm not sponsored or anything by this brand. So this is the glycolic acid toner. I put it on every single night on my face. I just swipe my face with it. It stings a little bit initially, maybe the first 5 minutes, but then after that I let it sit for a few minutes, and then I apply a non-scented moisturizer to my face, and I wake up and all the pimples that I had are either diminished or completely gone. It's magic. So I definitely recommend that. I think it's $7. I really like this. I didn't think I would. It's Kylie Skin's vitamin C serum. I think it's $25. I'm just ran out of it, so I need to order more. I put this on at night as well. If I'm using both that and the glycolic acid toner, I typically do it every other night. So when I'm not using the toner, I'll put the vitamin C serum on my acne scars, and that is mostly just to fade the hyperpigmentation. So that's the red marks that you get after your acne is gone. So that's super good. That's one of Kylie's products that the vitamin C serum is super potent and in its purest form. So I definitely recommend that. You can get it on her website, I'm pretty sure. Another product that's really helped me is The Ordinary's niacinamide. I think I'm saying that right. I'm sorry if I'm not. And zinc serum. You put it on your face, and it basically helps just clear up the acne that is active on your face. So if I put that on and then I put on my normal makeup routine or, let my skin breathe for the day, typically the acne, if I have any big pimples or any blemishes that are sticking out, those will be gone by the end of the day. It's quite an amazing product. It's only $6. Okay, I also have this sunscreen. So sunscreen is so important for you every single day. If you are 15 plus in age, you should be wearing sunscreen on your face every day. And I'm not talking about the sunscreen that you buy from Walgreens for your body. You have to have a special sunscreen for your face. And the reason why is because sunscreen usually has tons of chemicals in it, and it is so not good to be putting those chemicals on such a sensitive part of your skin or your skin in general. So for me, I got Peter Thomas Roth's sunscreen. It is a little tinted, but not really. It's like a mineral veil. It makes your skin kind of look a little photoshopped. and in the best way possible. And it's 45 SPF, so I put this on every day before my makeup, and it helps, you know, you not age. And also with the vitamin C serum, it helps because the next day you need to wear sunscreen, because if you don't, your skin is really sensitive to the sun after vitamin C serum. And lastly, 2 of my supplements that I take every day is the vitamin C, and this is the Solar Ray brand. I love vitamin C because it's just really good for your immune system and also good for your acne scarring. And also I take a zinc supplement. This is so good for you guys. I can't recommend this enough. Taking zinc not only is good for your immune system and your gut and your digestion, but it's also really good for your skin. And anything with a zinc in it is typically good for acne, but ingesting this is actually very, very good for helping the acne from the inside out. So I hope you guys had definitely learned something from my personal experiences. I am no doctor, I'm not qualified in talking about this, but these are things that have worked for me, and as you can see, like, it's definitely actually helped me. I've tried like everything under the sun. I've tried every single face wash, every single toner, every single moisturizer, every single diet change or whatever. I'm telling you that these products, I cannot recommend any of these enough. I can't recommend my advice enough. So definitely, if you take anything away from it, just one thing, it will help you significantly. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. Also leave a comment and possibly follow my Instagram page, and I'd love to follow you back and connect with you.